Hey, Exoticals, it's your girl back with another Exotical rant. You know what I was just thinking about? I was just thinking about this young mother that was at her wits' end, and she ended up unaliving her husband because of infidelity. Ladies, this is what I'm talking about, not being male-centered, centering your life around a man or anybody where, like, if they do something to you that is just distasteful, like, you lose it because you're emotionally attached to them in a way that could disturb your mental health. This is what I'm talking about, decentering men. A lot of people have talked on this subject, but this is like a real life example. This was out of Florida. I think it was Coral Springs. But yeah, she was tired of him cheating on her. She contemplated unaliving herself and then changed her mind and unalived him. She had two twin children, and it just got out of hand. She is now incarcerated in county jail, awaiting a murder trial or pleading. We don't know yet. But ladies, this is an extreme example of how things can go when you literally center your life around some guy or even a husband or boyfriend or somebody. You center your life around them instead of centering your life around yourself and just letting people be like icing on the cake, you know? It doesn't, like, you get so attached to these people that aren't really attached to you. And even like, and you're like, exotic rants, what are you talking about? When you're dealing with a man, he is still a man, okay? Even if it's a husband, boyfriend, sugar daddy, whatever title he has, he's still a man that is flawed. And flawed people, nobody is perfect, can do anything. So, like, that's why I never put anything past anybody. Like, I might be upset, but I'm never upset enough to do something that would change my life for the worse. Does that make sense? I'm never that attached to anybody where if you hurt my feelings, I want to kill you. Does that make sense? Like, in this situation, in this infidelity, honestly, if you're that upset, I would have left. If I'm that upset that you cheated or did whatever you're doing, I would just have left. And I would have been like, okay, bye, and got myself together and just left. Probably clean out the bank account, but I would have definitely left. But ladies, this is why I tell you, don't center your life around a man. Center your life around things that you love, your passions, things that you love. If you're going to love somebody unconditionally, give that unconditional love to your children, to yourself. But don't center it around a man. Men are very flawed individuals. So if you center your life around that man and he hurts your feelings or comes up short to what you expected, then you're going to be deeply, deeply hurt. It may disturb your mental health because, like, you thought he was your everything. Okay, so what do you need to do? Focus on yourself. Make God your everything. You know, like, make something your spirituality your everything. Something that doesn't disappoint. Does that make sense? Make that your everything. But focusing on yourself can never be flawed. And this young woman, she had enough. And when you have had enough, you have to know when to walk away. My mom always told me, walk away as a lady. Walk away and maintain your ladylikeness. Don't stay in a situation that doesn't serve you and you get out of character and now you put yourself in a masculine position because you're trying to fight this man because he hurt you so bad. Stop letting somebody hurt you so bad. Okay? To where you're like, oh, I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to unalive him. I'm going to unalive myself. This is when somebody has brought you to this level, walk away. Walk away with some of the stuff you got left before you have nothing. This lady let this man take everything away from her. Her life, her livelihood, her children, her respect, her dignity, and now her freedom. That's what I'm talking about, ladies. Don't let somebody run off with your stuff. And a lot of women be like, what are you talking about? I really loved him. Put that love on yourself. When you When you keep trying to get external validation from men, from women, from whoever, you are always not going to be filled up, because that person will never fill you up the way you're going to fill yourself up. That person will never give you everything that you need, because they may not care. They may not know everything that you need, and they're just an external validation. What I've learned is to become my own source of happiness, of joy, of self-validation, of self-confidence, of self-esteem. So I am the source. So any other additional compliments are just icing on the cake. They're never my source of happiness, my source of confidence, of self-esteem, of validation, because they cannot be my source, because at any time they can put me down. I'm never going to put myself down. Does that make sense? And a lot of young women, a lot of older women, middle-aged women don't know this. So they go seeking outside validation from a man, from women, from feminism, from toxic masculinity. They go seeking outside sources because they can't fill themselves up. And that's what I'm talking about. If you've done the self-work, and it is work, becoming your own source of validation. You have to work on your mental health. You need to work on your spirituality. You need to work on your self-esteem. And it starts with yourself. Whether that's reading religious texts like the Bible, the Quran, or whatever gets your boat floating, whether that's like diving into that or diving into yourself, where you're like, on a Sunday, I just want to sit and just garden. I just want to sit in my garden and look at my beautiful flowers, water my beautiful flowers. I want to plant some vegetables. I want to take a long walk by myself, by the pier, if you're by a water source or the lake. That could be your Sunday to really dive into yourself. I just want to write in my journal about how I've been feeling about things that are going on in my life and how I'm reflecting. I'm restoring myself. I just want to be by myself today and take a hot bath and eat a great lunch. Whatever you need to do to restore yourself, do that. And it doesn't have to always include religion or other people. It can include yourself. Nobody's going to give you what you need like you are. Nobody's going to look out for you like you are. And this is a perfect example from this exotical, a very beautiful woman, but she let this guy turn her ugly. Don't let somebody keep turning you ugly and keep hurting you. You have to stop at a point. You have to be like, I may have love for this person. I might be in love with this person, but the way I love myself, the way I love on myself, and how in love I am with myself, I could never be with somebody that continuously hurts me, no matter how I feel about them. Because I know that if they truly loved me the way I love them, they wouldn't continue to hurt me. They wouldn't continue to cause infidelity in our relationship when I've told them I'm not okay with an open relationship. They wouldn't keep doing things that jeopardize my well-being if they were in love with me or even had love for me. And this hurts a lot, especially when you have young children involved or children involved at all. You're like, I want to be with my child's father. Let it go. If this person keeps hurting you, it very much can become a dangerous situation. And this young lady is now awaiting very serious charges because she could not let this guy go. She could not let this situation go. Stop nurturing pain. A lot of women nurture pain, anguish, drama. Stop nurturing it. Like literally when somebody brings you that, stop them at the door and be like, you are not welcomed. You are not welcomed. I'd rather live in my car than live with somebody that is continuously hurting me, continuously disrespecting me, continuously embarrassing me and trying to humiliate me in public and in private. I would rather live in my car, live van life, be on my own and figuring things out for my own, making sure I'm carrying, I'm safe and I'm protecting myself than to be around somebody that continuously hurts me. And it gets to the point where not only am I hurt emotionally, but my mental health is suffering. My children may be suffering. My self-esteem is suffering, where I'm getting to a point so low I don't want to be here anymore. I'm having thoughts that are dangerous for me and others. Ladies, you have to put yourself first. As exoticals, now this woman, you know what she's going to face for the rest of her life now? Pain and anguish, not being able to raise her children, not being able to have the basic freedoms that she's probably worked her whole life for. She's not going to get to enjoy that anymore. She's going to be in a very dangerous, hostile situation probably for the next 20-25 years at the least. When she does make it out, she probably won't have her beauty, her youth. She will probably have even more trauma from this experience. And this is not to disrespect the victim in any way. What she did was very, 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 very wrong. And she's going to have to face the consequences for that. So condolences to the family. But she not only hurt her husband's family, she hurt her own family. Her children no longer have a father. Now they no longer have a mother. They are parentless children. They're orphans now, basically. Hopefully one side of the family will step in and try to rectify this for the children, but we never know what will happen to these kids. Hopefully, the situation won't get worse for them. Ladies, don't let it get to this point. Don't let it get to the point where you're hurt. You're so hurt that you're contemplating things that are like felonies, that are dangerous for you and other people. Put yourself first. If you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, please step out of that. Please try to get help from your community if they offer that, or another community. You may have to go a couple towns over and get some help for needy women and children. Contact your city, your state. Try to get help. Contact your family members that care about you, or even a friend, and be like, hey, I just need a break. I just need to get away from this situation so I can get on a clear path of what I need to do. Can I crash for a couple days? I'm pretty sure you can find at least one person that'll let you crash for a couple days, so you can clear your head out and get away from this dangerous situation that this guy has created for you. Because when somebody gets you out of your mental stability, they are very, very dangerous. They can really disturb your whole life, and you might not get back on track like this woman. Like, you may not get your mental health back for 20 plus years because you're incarcerated in even more dangerous situations. As exoticals, we're too beautiful for this. We're too smart for this. We're too well adapt to find somebody else. This woman is beautiful. She could have found somebody else. Instead of cling on to this relationship. Sometimes you have to move. Sometimes you have to get your stuff, pack your car up, and take what you have and get the H on. Like, literally, trust me, I've been there, done that. Okay. I've been in situations where I'm like, this guy is disrespecting me to the point where I need to get my stuff and go. And that's what I did. Like, literally, I was in a situation, not like this. But I do not tolerate liars. Like, you can be honest with me about anything, but this guy literally was a big liar. I caught him in several lies. So when he went to work, you know what I did, ladies? I packed my things up and I got in my car and I left. And I did not have anywhere to go. I left. I literally was looking for apartments in my car. I did find an apartment. They said that I could move in within like 2 weeks. So I stayed in my car for 2 weeks, went to the gym, took a shower, and continued to go to work. I did not say anything to him. He kept trying to contact me. I had him blocked. He called me on other numbers. I ignored them. I took all of my things and got out before he came home. I didn't say anything to him when he came home. And literally I can tell, he knew I was leaving. Like, when I packed up my stuff, I could tell he was watching. He had a camera in his apartment. So he was watching me pack up my stuff. So he tried to come and stop me. I was backing out and he pulled up, and I just told him, hey, I'm just I have have some stuff I have to go on with my family. I have to leave. And he was like, oh, okay, can we talk later? I said, yeah. And then I left. Do not cause a scene with these people. When you're dealing with like crazy men that are habitual liars, you cannot be nice to them. Let them know, make them think everything is okay and get the hell out of there. Okay? Get out of there. And that's what I did. And I never talked to him again. I literally stayed I was like, this dude is crazy. He was a very manipulative, narcissistic personality type. He tried to break down my confidence. But like literally, like once I got a hold of what he was trying to do to me, I got the hell out of there. I did not stay. I did not keep communication with this guy. I knew he was a narcissist. He was very shady. He was always lying. And I wouldn't put it past him that he was actually cheating as well. I would not put that past him. He was he would lie. He was very colorist as well. He was a dark-skinned unambiguous male, but he would not date any dark-skinned unambiguous women. And literally he would like be like, oh, you need, like, he would just try to nitpick at everything, like my black features. He would like try to like nitpick at it, or be like, well, you look mixed, but you don't look that mixed. I'm like, I do look mixed. I just don't look white. But a lot of these self-hating people will try to put that hate on you. You know what I'm saying? So I got out of there. I didn't have anywhere to go. Again, I did not have anywhere to go. I left. And then again, a lot of times you're going to have to be on your own. So keeping a good car is always a plus. Keeping a vehicle that is yours, that you have the title for, that you own outright is yours. That's why I always say exoticals, if you have to even work somewhere part-time or do any freelance work, do that to always keep your own stash so you're not dependent on somebody fully. So if you just get tired of this situation, you can just move on. You can pack your car up and get the hell out of there. You see what I'm saying? Ladies, don't let anybody keep you in a stagnant situation that is hurting you to the point where you're getting violent. And literally, when I was in that situation with that guy, I did not trust him. And he kept doing little things that made me even more so like upset. I said to myself, one day I was like, oh my God, I can't stand him. And I said to myself, I hate him. And I was sitting there thinking, exoticals, and I was like, why am I around somebody I hate? Like, why am I putting myself through this when I can leave? Like, and I was thinking that, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? And it's like a spirit, and I always call that spirit God or Jesus, came over me and was like, I will take care of you. You need to take care of yourself. Leave before the situation turns worse. Before he does something else to really trigger you and upset you, and you end up doing something out of character and you end up in jail. Leave now. And I listened to that. Voice that was talking to me. I listened to that voice, and I believe that was God telling me to get out of that situation. He was like, I'll care for you. You may have a few hard days or uncomfortable days, but you will be okay. And I was okay. I moved after 2 weeks, I was able to move. And I actually found a place. It was with roommates, of course, but I was able to move. It was safe. It was in a good area. And I was like relieved that I was away from him and his evil spirits and evil attitude and negativity. Ladies, don't be on whatever channel news station in your area. Don't be on that news station because you did something out of character, because you got so upset with how this person was treating you. And instead of leave, you like got to your wits' end. And this lady even said she was at her wits' end with his infidelity, with the way he was treating her. And like, that's what I'm saying. If you have 2 legs, if you have a wheelchair, roll out of there, girl. Roll out. Like Ludacris said, roll out of there. And get out of that situation, because this guy he's not worth it. Like, You got like you doing something to him is not worth it. It's not worth your freedom. It's not worth the pain that you may cause his family, his friends, and your children that are his. It's not worth it. But your peace is worth it. Focus on your peace. Focus on doing what's best for you, and never let somebody get you to your wits' end. Ladies, be a lady. Stay in your feminine and walk away as a lady. Never let a man tell you he doesn't want you twice. Never let a man get you to this point where you're like, he's all I have. He is not. He's not the all end all be all. And you can always find something better. If you take care of yourself, take care of yourself. And if you have children, take care of your children and focus on them and not that. And focus on them and not that man. And you'll always end up in a way better space. Stop focusing on what he's doing and focus on how you can level up. Have a great day, ladies. And remember, self-care, self-esteem, self. Bye, ladies.